Evaluate the exponent continued. Again, evaluate just means to solve. So this first example, we have the opposite of 6 squared. Because the negative sign is not in parentheses, it helps to read that as the opposite of 6 squared. So when we expand it, there's no parentheses, so the negative sign just stays in the front, and then we have 6 times 6, because 6 times itself twice. So then we multiply, and 6 times 6 gives us 36, and then since the negative sign's out front, we bring it down, so the answer here would be negative 36. You can also use your integer rules here, knowing that negative 6 times 6 is a negative 36. Negative times a positive is a negative. All right, example 2, we have negative 2 in parentheses being cubed, and x to the 4th. So let's first expand the negative 2 inside parentheses. That means that we're going to have negative 2 times a negative 2 times a negative 2. So 3 of the negative 2's, the sign stays with it because it was in parentheses. And then we're going to have 4 x's, x times x times x times x. So let's simplify this up, and we need to use our integer rules here. A negative 2 times a negative 2, well, a negative times a negative gives us a positive 4. So then we're going to do positive 4 times this negative 2. And positive 4 times negative 2. Well, a positive times a negative is a negative. So we know negative 8. And then x's we can't really simplify, so we're just going to have negative 8, x, and there's 4 of them. So the final answer is negative 8, x to the 4th. Notice there's no parentheses in the final answer on this one. All right, and then the last one, we have the negative sign out front, and x to the 5th. So when we write this one, the sign will just go in the front, followed by 5 x's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And since the sign's out front, we know it's going to be in the front of our answer here. And then we can't work out any of the x's. We don't know what their value is, so it's just going to be negative x to the 5th. So it looks the same as when it was originally written.